Good morning, everyone. Merry stupid o'clock. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. And yes, we are again, folks. Wow, I'm spilling tea over myself. Literally, go back to that horrible world of the JRC. But before we get going, folks, a few of the usual disclaimers. And please don't mind my allergies. First off, you are going to find the link to this report in regards to Instant 2 of July the 30th, 2016, right there in the description box, alongside the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, also templates. Sign your name, click on your senator, let's end aversive therapy, improper restraints, and seclusion. It kills people every year, folks. Also, we have the ever present and self explanatory change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. Now, folks, when we are talking about the JRC, trigger warning, you are going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, folks, please use your headphones, all right? Also, it is 3:16 a.m. Stupid o'clock in the morning, folks, and as you can tell, I am barely awake and I haven't even had my second dose of caffeine yet. So if I stumble over any of my words this morning, my apologies in advance, all right? Okay, so back to where we left off the other day here. And remember, this is the incident with the second student, same day that was referred to in the last series we just went through, okay? None of the other staff interviewed recalled hearing anything of concern on the shift or seeing anything that could have caused injury to ALV. This is that deny everything thing that the JRC employees are known for, right? I5 said he was with another student in a different part of the house. I6 said he had seen a red scratch on ALV's right jaw and at his shower time on the morning of July the 30th. He said he told I8 about it and was told to document it. I6 noted that ALV's health sheet as a new mark on face and new visible marks on the lower left side of ALV's back and chest. He said he believed that ALV had woken up with the marks and then he had not asked ALAB about them, as ALAB was already gone when I8 became aware of the marks. I8 said he would not have been able to hear the upper hallway from where he was in the den area. I8 said he had informed DVR monitoring staff on the injury. I11 said that she believed the staff told her that ALV caught his lip on his own tooth, and she noted slight swelling to the right lip. I love that wording. She believed the staff told her. Well, did they or did they not? How can you believe someone told you something? Come on now. Like, what? Like, did you think he sent it to you telepathically? Good Lord. Said she was told they were outside playing basketball, and when asked which staff saw this happen, none had. Of course, nobody knows nothing, nobody saw nothing. Nobody was ever there, folks. I-10 said he had given ALV a shower one day that weekend. Records show it was July the 31st, and that he had noticed blood in ALV's mouth. I-10 said that ALAB was with ALV before I-10 was, and that he asked why there was blood, but ALAB did not know and told I-10 to report it. I-10 also documented it on the health farm. I-10 appears to the staff who enters the upstairs hallway as the incident is ending. I-10 did not recall seeing anything of concern or having any discussion with ALAB at that time. I-10 said he had seen nothing of concern or if he would have reported it. This is what I find interesting, folks. They completely remove all autonomy from their students. There is no privacy at that place at all. The cameras are on at all times, but you're going to go ahead and you're going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that nobody knows nothing. Really. And the JRC's little excuse of, well, not one person can monitor all monitors. Okay, question then. Why are there not more monitors so that all the screens can be manned in order to keep an eye on your fucking staff? What is the point of completely removing any sense of privacy these kids have? Y'all seem quick to be able to monitor when they need to be tortured and zapped, but when they need to be actually protected from their own staff, oh well, we can't be everywhere at once. Really? Really? Just saying. R2 and R3 were also seen with unexplained bruising on their faces on August the 1st, 2016. Concerning video footage involving ALAB and both students was found later and reported on August the 8th, 2016. Blank video footage shows ALAB take R2 in a closet in the bedroom just before the incident with ALV. R2 is naked at the time this occurs. The closet door is partially closed and noises of a scuffle are heard. R2 leaves and clearly runs past ALIB to get away from him. The full details of this are in the DPPC case 148305. In brief, shortly after the incident with ALIB takes R3 to downstairs bathroom, puts him into the far end of the large shower stall, pulls the curtain partially, and ALIB strikes R3 several times in the face. R3 exits and is crying, touches his face. ALIB guides him to the shower again and does this again. R3 exits crying again. When interviewed by C1 about the original allegation with ALIB was denied that he had worked with R2 or R3 that morning. He was unaware that the additional footage had already been found. When asked how it would look if additional footage showed him interacting with these other clients in a similar manner, ALIB said that it would look bad, also stated that such footage would not be found. When interviewed by the investigator the day following that the first interview with C1, ALIB was shown footage with R3. ALIB said that he was trying to put the shower hose in R3's hand in the first interaction. I3 confirmed that the shower hose was to the other end of the shower stall, and that he was trying to push ALV towards the hose in the second interaction. Neither instance shows contact with the shower hose. Okay, here's my question. If you're quote-unquote so well-trained, why the fuck are you forcing a student into the shower while they're fully clothed? Really? Really? Wow. ALIB said that he brought ALV to the shower closed to cue him to take a shower. Oh, for the love of God. So you couldn't cue him to take a shower without throwing him in a shower with clothes on? Really? I'm supposed to believe this. Contrary to this, I-10 said that his experience with R3 shows he always willingly goes to the shower and takes his own clothes off. I-10 said that R3 complies very quickly and knows to put away his own dirty clothes in the basket. I-10 said he had never had such a hard time with R3. Based on the totality of the evidence, it's more than likely that ALAB's actions of striking out towards ALV caused bruising to ALV's face, swelling and bleeding to his lip, and these actions also caused ALV to react fearfully and scurrying away from ALAB, as described by I2, C1, and I4, who in particular described this as not typical for ALV. No other staff working with ALV could explain these injuries, even in the unlikely event that these actions had not caused physical or emotional injury. The sound of the hits and ALV's reaction show that ALAB's action was also an application in physical force that would count for a reasonable person pain. I-1 and I-12 and I-3 had each viewed the footage of the incident, and none of them felt that ALAB's actions were consistent with JRC training on student redirection. Oh, for fuck's sake. So Echo Spice kind of commented on this. I know we're kind of rereading a little bit. I apologize about that, but let's face it. I've slept since then, all right? But it seems they always seem to rely on this idea that it's not JRC training. But the fact of the matter is, it very much is. Because here's the thing. How is a staff straight out of high school with only 3 weeks of fucking training supposed to tell the difference of, oh, so it's okay to shock them and physically abuse them that way, but not punch them in the face? You create a culture of abuse and torture. What do you think's going to happen? Just say. And you can sit there and tell me it is not the victim's usual demeanor to go ahead and cry and get upset, but I'm gonna beg to differ. Alright? Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next page. It does not appear that abuse report constitutes a malicious false report. Protective service actions taken or recommended required when abuse is substantiated. The agency providing protective services to ALV should ensure that the ALV is provided with access to trauma-informed therapeutic supports that are appropriate to ALV's individual situation and needs. ALAB was terminated. A criminal investigation into his treatment of ALV R2 and R3 was also conducted. Oh my god, so there's 3 of them? Jesus. Even though there is no footage showing staff witnesses ALAB actions, it is concerning that ALAB appears to have assaulted and injured ALV and 2 of his housemates during a 1-hour period. Yet these actions were not witnessed by his live co-workers or by the staff assigned to remotely monitor the video footage of the residences. So this guy assaulted 3 students and nobody saw nothing? Really? Just saying. Even acknowledging that the remote staff do not have live views of the cameras at all times, these incidents were severe and span consequences amount of time. My question is, if you're going to take away all their autonomy, and you've got more than enough monitors to shock them whenever they do anything other than act zombified, yet all of a sudden you don't have enough manpower when a student is being openly and blatantly abused like that. Does anybody else find that interesting? Staff appeared to have no consistent understanding of how and to whom to report new injuries to clients. Had these injuries at all been reported accurately and quickly, the incidents might have been found out sooner. I doubt it. Alright, so we're moving to the next page here. Okay. Additional recommendations and/or actions already completed required when additional risk is identified. Even though it appears that ALAB was undetected in his action, JRC should review this incident and make changes to direct care and monitoring staff, and/or provide discipline and retraining to staff as needed to ensure greater oversight of residences where the clients are mainly being nonverbal. My question is, why the fuck are we giving the JRC the choice in the matter? The dude violated the law. Period. So, why are we giving the JRC the choice on what they want to do? Can someone explain this shit to me? Explain it to me as though I'm a child of 5. JRC should develop clear injury reporting guidelines to ensure that nursing and clinical staff are immediately notified when an injury of unknown origin is found. Well, here's the thing, DPPC. There have been staff who have noted the other abuse is going on. You want to know what happens to them? They get terminated. So that's why you have a culture of staff who don't live in the same house who heard and saw nothing. Just saying. JRC should ensure that all staff involved in overly aggressive physical interactions are, at the very least, retrained and watched closely. Or, you should follow up with, laws, federal laws, and make sure they are fired. ADA and Disability Bill of Rights, folks, they're not kind suggestions, they're federal law. God. Alright, we got a lot of blanked out stuff. Okay, was the alleged victim interviewed? Yes. ALV was visited on August the 3rd, 2016, but he was unable to speak to the allegations of this report being nonverbal. Okay, we got a bunch of these. Was ALAB1 interviewed? Yes. Alleged abuser ALAB2. There was no second abuser, although pretty much every staff member there is an abusive son of a bitch, or they are compliant. Were all reporters interviewed? Yes. Were all available witnesses interviewed? Yes. Site of alleged abuse? Well, we all know where that is. Name of this vendor, if site is a vendor, JRC. Residential school. The incident occurred in the upstairs hallway of the residence. Okay, here's what they've marked. This was done by an individual residential agency record, medical record, personnel file, progress notes, police report, staff assignment schedule, video recording. I wonder if anyone ever thought to get the parents involved. My mom would have raised hell. The assigned investigator and supervisor certified that the best of knowledge information in MGI 19C investigation report is accurate. Then we have it there. So that go ahead and concludes incident number 2 of 3, apparently, done by the same perpetrator on the exact same day. But we're going to give the JRC the choice, right, of whether they want to fire this guy after he assaults 3 students in a single day. That's insane. The amount of power these people give the JRC is completely insane. But we're going to get more into the insanity of it tomorrow when we get into the next incident of DPPC confirmed incidents of abuse. We're going to go ahead and close out this morning. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So folks, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, don't forget to comment, feed that algorithm. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spelling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.